مساء الخير واهلا بحضراتكم. واستكمالا لحلقتنا اللي فاتت مع سعادة السفير دومينيك سفير جمهورية سينغافورة بجمهورية مصر العربية. كلامنا عن هذا البلد الجميل المتميز اقتصاديا وتعليميا، وأيضا سينغافورة لديها جيش قوي زي ما ذكرنا في الحلقة اللي فاتت. العلاقات بين مصر وسينغافورة اللي اتكلم عنها سعادة السفير، وقال إن شاء الله هتكون مزيد من الاستثمارات في الفترة اللي جاية في مجالات مختلفة بين مصر وبين سينغافورة، مجالات الغاز، مجالات صناعة مختلفة. كلمنا عن قد ايه سينغافورة متميزة بالسحر الطبيعة، وفيها مناظر جميلة، وفيها حديقة متميزة بتجمع كل انواع النباتات اللي موجودة في سينغافورة، وفيها انواع خاصة جدا من نبات الاوركيد، نبات الزينة. Nice to meet you again. I made a brief introduction about Singapore and about the first episode with you. Mm-hmm. So we will start our speech today about Singapore and about traditions in Singapore and about lifestyle. What you are going to say?
Well, lifestyle in Singapore is very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are always rushing from one place to another because they are also busy. But on the other hand, Singapore people also enjoy to eat. So they like to try new food and to taste new food. So
to enjoy
the new food.
Yeah.
So they.
What's your favorite food, and what about your ingredients in this food? Tell us a brief about this.
Well, in Singapore, I think there is, as I said, we like to try the food from the different cultures. So all of us grow up like this. And for example, for me, for breakfast, I normally like to eat the Indian bread with curry.
Curry.
Yeah, Indian.
Spicy, a little bit spicy?
A little bit spicy, but that is my favorite breakfast.
Yeah.
For lunch, I would normally like to have a bowl of noodles, Chinese-style noodles. And then for dinner...
all Asian people like noodles, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Many kinds of noodles.
Yes, and for dinner I might go to a Malay restaurant to try some Malay rice with say beef and vegetables.
Yeah.
So it's a very multicultural country, and
rice is the most important dish in all Asian countries.
Yes, rice and noodles. Yeah.
And noodles.
Yes, but because we are such an international city. Our people also start to enjoy to eat bread and to eat potatoes. So one of my favorite food also is French fries.
French fries, yeah. So we return back to lifestyle, to heritage. What about music? What about arts? What about festivals and celebrations in Singapore?
Well, in Singapore,
you have a special dances and style of dresses and clothes.
Yes. So because we are multicultural, so we celebrate the traditions and the traditional holidays of the different cultures. So right now is the Chinese New Year period. And so the Singapore people will be celebrating Chinese New Year by wearing red clothes, because red signifies good luck.
Yeah.
And they give the children...
So red and white in your flag?
Yes. Yeah. Well, red and white in our flag means something else. So the red in our flag means a young nation.
Young nation.
And the white means, pure.
Pure.
Clean.
So purity and the new generation.
Yes. Yes. And then this...
What you are going to hope for? What you are hoping for? To have a new generation purity?
We are hoping for to continue our prosperity and to continue our progress. Yeah.
So this is reflect.
Yes. And then, of course, in the Chinese New Year, people enjoy to watch the lion dance.
Lion dance.
Yeah, and then this traditional dance, and they believe that it brings good luck. So
you have a big statue of lion in the Singapore, yeah?
Yes.
Court.
Yes. So there is this big lion by the seaside with the fish tail, and we call it the mer lion. Yeah? So a lion that is half lion and half fish. And that represents that Singapore is, first, the name Singapore means lion city. Singa is lion and Pora is city. Yeah? And so the lion represents...
It means the authority and courage and something?
Yes. So the lion represents Singapore, and the tail represents the sea, that we are next to the sea.
Your beach.
Yeah.
Your coast.
Our coast, our port, how important the sea is for Singapore. Yeah.
الحقيقة سعادة السفير بيكلمني عن عاداتهم وتقاليدهم وعن رقصاتهم، رقصة الأسد المشهورة جدا، وعن في أسد مشهور جدا موجود في ميدان من الميادين. هذا الأسد طبعا بيعني سنغافورة أو الشجاعة اللي موجودة والدولة نفسها، وإن هو بقيته على شكل سمكة، بتعني إن هم عندهم شاطئ كبير والميناء المشهور اللي هناك، فالاثنين بيمثلوا كلمة سنغافورة. وهم بيحبوا يلبسوا الألوان الجميلة في الاحتفالات، زي الأحمر اللي بيعني الحظ الحسن أو الحظ الجيد، الجود لك. لكن لما سألته عن الأحمر الموجود هنا في العالم، قال لا، الأحمر هنا بيعني الجيل الجديد، والأبيض بيعني النقاء. فهم بيتمنوا دايما الرخاء والاستقرار لبلدهم. الحقيقة I think that colors represent many significance in your country and in your tradition.
Yes, of course. And as I said, the red color represents good luck for the Chinese. The Malay people like green because green is the color of Islam. And the Indian people, they like bright colors because it's part of their culture to have very bright colors like yellow and red and bright blue and green and so on. So it is a very
mixture of
colors and a very colorful place. So I was talking about traditions. So after Chinese New Year, then we start to celebrate the Malay festivals, which majority of the Malay people are Muslims. So, they do the Ramadan, and then they celebrate after the Ramadan the feast, and then the Eid also.
So all the people celebrate with each other?
Yes, they celebrate because we are friends with each other, so we visit each other during these...
In all the festivals and the celebrations of every religion.
Yes.
الحقيقة إن هو بيقول إنه فعلا الألوان بتعكس عندهم أشياء كثيرة، وإنه هم لأنهم جنسيات مختلفة أو أعراق مختلفة وديانات مختلفة، فكل واحد بيبقى اللون بيمثل بالنسبة له حاجة، وكلهم بيحتفلوا مع بعض بكل احتفالات الآخرين. يعني المسلمين طبعا بيفضلوا اللون الأخضر وليهم احتفالاتهم في رمضان وفي الأعياد. الصينيين بيفضلوا ألوان وبيحتفلوا بأعياد معينة، كلهم بيحتفلوا مع بعض. So we'll go now to talk about women in Singapore and about your woman president in Singapore. What you are going to say about women and role of women and about your president in Singapore?
Well, women are very important in Singapore. Of course, they form half the population.
Yeah.
And so in the beginning, when we developed our country, we decided that men and women must be equal and be provided with the equal opportunities in the work.
How can you accept that your president is a woman, is a lady?
Oh, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Totally no problem, because it is natural.
Yeah.
People don't feel any different that the president must be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter, as long as it is the best person for the job.
Yeah.
So Singapore...
So you can accept this idea?
Yes, no problem. And also, you know, the Chinese people and the Indian people can accept that the president is a Malay. A Malay lady who wears the hijab.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's no problem at all for Singapore, because we grow up this way, respecting and tolerating other religions and cultures. And talking about women, women make up an important part of the workforce, and therefore they have all the opportunities that the men have. Yeah.
الحقيقة سعادة السفير طبعا لأنه رئيسة سنغافورة الحالية هي سيدة، يعني سيادة الرئيسة حليمة يعقوب، فبسأله أنه تقبلهم لفكرة أنه الرئيسة تكون سيدة، فبيقول إحنا متعودين من البداية على أنه في مساواة بين الرجل وبالمرأة، وطالما هي قادرة على تولي هذا المنصب هم ما عندهمش أي مشكلة للموضوع ده، هم متعودين على كده. We'll talk now about small industries and about the linking of technical industries with the environment in Singapore and about this experience in Singapore.
Well, I think the small industries are a very important part of our economy. They make up more than 90% of the companies in Singapore, the small companies, and therefore, you know, they employ many people. So they are very important for our economy. In terms of the environment, there is a growing awareness of the environment in Singapore, and many people are now conscious about, you know, that they should use less plastic, and also in our building and regulations, they are now promoting more environmental friendly practices. So, for example, people are now encouraged to use the LED lights because that uses much less energy. Likewise, companies are encouraged when they are building new office buildings or new factories to use energy efficient materials, so that they use less energy in their production.
What about the linking of technical education with the environment?
Well, technical education is very important because we need to develop a strong workforce, and so a lot of emphasis has gone into technical education and making sure that the students come out well trained and ready to work in the companies. So that is a big priority for us.
I think there is a cooperation between Singapore and Egypt in this field in technical education.
Yes, we are trying to develop technical education cooperation between our two countries, and also in the general education sector. So I'm currently working on a project together with the Education Ministry. And I hope that we can announce something.
I think you met also the Transportation Minister of Egypt and Water Resources and Irrigation Minister of Egypt. What about these agreements?
Yes, I think right now there are no agreements yet, but we are discussing and exploring opportunities to work together. So with the Transport Ministry, I think we discussed about the PSA, our port company, and how our port company can, you know, invest or explore the opportunities in Egypt. With the Water Resources Minister, we discussed about how, because Singapore is very, you know, water is very important in Singapore, and we have very advanced technology when it comes to recycling water and taking water from the sea, desalination.
Yeah.
So we were exploring with the Water Resources Minister how we could work together in these two areas, water recycling and desalination.
الحقيقة سعادة السفير يعني زي ما سألته أنه هو التقى بوزير النقل ووزير الري والموارد المائية، وفي يعني مناقشات علشان مصر تستفيد بتجربة سينغافورة في يعني تحلية مياه البحر، لأن هم الحقيقة متميزين في هذا المجال، وأيضا في تعاون في مجال التعليم الفني.
تصدر اسم حليمة يعقوب عناوين الصحافة في سينغافورة في سبتمبر 2017، فالسيدة اختيرت لتكون أول سيدة مسلمة تتولى رئاسة البلاد لولاية ستمتد ل6 سنوات. وتعد سينغافورة الواقعة جنوب شرقي قارة آسيا واحدة من أغنى البلاد في المنطقة وأكثرها استقرارا من الناحية السياسية. فسينغافورة هي رابع أكبر مركز مالي في العالم، حيث زاد إنتاجها القومي عن 500 مليار دولار في العام الماضي. وقررت سينغافورة على غير العادة أن تكون الرئاسة التي تعد منصبا شرفيا إلى حد بعيد هذه المرة للمرشحين من أقلية الملايو المسلمة، لطي فكرة سيطرة أقليات بعينها على المشهد السياسي في البلاد بشكل نهائي. ويشار إلى أن الملايو هي مجموعة عرقية من الشعوب الأسترونيزية يتكلمون اللغة الملاوية، ويعتنق أغلبهم الإسلام بمذهبه السني. غير أن المفاجأة كانت باختيار امرأة للمنصب، حيث باتت حليمة يعقوب أول سيدة تتبوأ هذا المنصب الفخري وسط انتقادات لاختيارها للمنصب. ولدت حليمة بنت باجوب في أغسطس عام 1954، وهي من أصول هندية من ناحية أبيها وملايوية من ناحية أمها. كان والدها يعمل كحارس أمن، وقد فقدته وهي في عمر 8 أعوام إثر إصابته بأزمة قلبية. وعملت والدتها على تربيتها و4 من أشقائها في بيت يتكون من غرفة واحدة فقط. لذلك اضطرت حليمة لمساعدة والدتها في بيع الأطعمة في الشوارع، حيث عانت في طفولتها مع أسرتها ظروفا صعبة للغاية. وقد صرحت حليمة قائلة: رغم فقر أسرتي إلا أنني تمكنت من الحصول على تعليم جيد بدعم قوي من أسرتي وأساتذتي، وهذا قدم لي الفرصة لكي أقدم المساعدة للمحتاجين عقب مباشرتي بالعمل في السلك العام.
We'll talk also about your meeting with Sheikh Al-Azhar.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Al-Azhar University is very important for us because we have 300 students from Singapore.
There are many scholarships.
Yes, studying in Al-Azhar. And this is because our Malay Muslim community considers Al-Azhar to be the most important and the most prestigious university in the Muslim world. So that is why they come here in large numbers to study at Al-Azhar. So my meeting with the Sheikh was to inform him about the importance that we consider our relations with Al-Azhar, and also to see where we can work together on the religious tolerance, because I know Al-Azhar tries to promote religious tolerance and moderation. So this is something that we share with Al-Azhar.
الحقيقة بيكلمنا سعادة السفير عن مقابلته لشيخ الأزهر، ونتكلموا عن التسامح اللي موجود واللي بيدعو ليه الأزهر طبعا. وهو بيقول إن في كثير من البعثات السنغافورية والدارسين اللي هنا موجودين في مصر، فطبعا يعني ده بيسعده جدا، وبيبقى في تعاون بينه وبين مشايخ الأزهر. We will go back to Singapore again and talk about tourism in Singapore and the cooperation in tourist field between Egypt and Singapore.
Well, right now I met actually 2 ministers of tourism already. So I met Minister Rane Al-Mashad before.
The previous one.
The previous one. And I also met the new one, Mr. Khaled Al-Anani. And we discussed about how we can try to get more Singapore tourists to visit Egypt. And so I think we were very encouraged by the growth in the tourist numbers, and that Egypt has recovered, from the revolution, and now the tourists have all started to come back to Egypt. So I think we will try to find ways to publicize Egypt in Singapore, to encourage more tourists to come here. But likewise, we should also encourage Egyptian people to visit Singapore, because I think it's a very interesting place for Egyptian people to visit.
What about the most important touristic places in Singapore?
Well, I mentioned the Botanic Gardens and Sentosa, and of course all the museums. Art
what about the museum and about the heritage in Singapore?
Well, there is the...
Because it's a special kind of tourism.
Yes.
Many people like it.
Yes. So, I mean, in a way, you can call them living museums.
Yeah.
Because you can go to the Malay Quarter, you can go to the Chinese Quarter and the Indian Quarter, and you can feel like, you know, you
are in the universe.
You're in,
in the world.
in China or you're in India, you know. And you can taste the food from the different cultures and see how the different cultures live and pray and practice their religion. And if you prefer other things, you can, you know, go to Orchard Road, which is our most important shopping area, and you can get anything in Orchard Road, you know, from all around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it will be good for shopping,
so
for
it's
many,
good for shopping,
many
for culture,
brands,
and food,
and low prices.
Low prices and the food all around the world.
Yeah.
You can get in Orchard Road or anywhere in Singapore. So Japanese food, Italian food, you know, European food, American food. Yeah.
Thank you for this interview, and thank you for your introduction and your talk about Singapore to introduce it to people. And I hope the cooperation between Singapore and Egypt will be more and more.
Yes, I hope so too. And I think during my time here, we will try to increase the cooperation between Egypt and Singapore. Thank you very much.
Thank you. سعادة السفير بقى يعني في النهاية كلمنا عن السياحة هناك في سنغافورة، وكلمنا قد إيه كل حاجة موجودة هناك بتعبر عن مختلف الشعوب ومختلف العادات والتقاليد. يعني الثقافة السائدة عندهم هناك الخليط ما بين الثقافات وبعضها البعض، إن كل واحد يلاقي الحاجة اللي هو بيدور عليها، لأنه طبعا كل إنسان ليه احتياجاته، كل إنسان ليه قناعاته، والتعايش في سلام في الآخر ما بين كل هذه التحفظات والاختيارات الموجودة على مستوى العالم. احنا فعلا العالم مختلف وفيه اختلافات، ويمكن هذا الاختلاف والتنوع هو سر الحياة اللي خلقها الله سبحانه وتعالى. مزيد من التعاون بين مصر وبين سنغافورة في الفترة اللي جاية، واللي هو حريص سعادة السفير خلال فترة وجوده هنا في القاهرة انه يعمق هذا التعاون. بنشكر سعادة السفير جو دومينيك سفير جمهورية سنغافورة بجمهورية مصر العربية. ثانك يو سير. بنشكركم ونتمنى دايما ان جناب السفير يكون هو سفيركم لكل انحاء العالم. شكرا والى اللقاء.